So today I want to talk about a pretty big skill that everyone should actually start focus on learning, especially if you want to move beyond the point that you're in right now in terms of life. For those of you guys who are feeling stuck, for those of you guys who are feeling like there's no options ahead, you got to understand how to utilize this skill. And learning how to understand to utilize this is basically going to get you to the next level and beyond, even quicker than you can even imagine. And this skill is getting others to do the work for you. And I'm not talking about, before you get on me, I'm not talking about, using people and manipulating people or things like that. I'm talking about surrounding yourselves, your inner circles, with people who are wiser than you, smarter than you, or can possess an ability that you wish to possess, or who can just do things that you can't do. Surrounding your circles with that. I'm sure we all have inner circles. I'm sure we all have friends that we all hang around with. Now ask yourself, what quality does this person bring to the table? And that's something that a lot of people need to be asking themselves when they surround themselves with certain people. What qualities do this person bring to the table? How is this helping me better myself? How is this helping me figure out where I'm gonna go and how I'm gonna get there? See, for a lot of us, we don't know where we're going. We don't even know where we are. We don't even know what we want to do 5 minutes from now, yet alone a year, right? We don't know these things. So we surround ourselves with people who also don't know these things, and we find ourselves becoming lost. The first thing you have to do is understand what it is that you want, not just for yourself, but for those around you, your family, your loved ones, even other people you're going to meet throughout life and eventually build a relationship with. What do you want? And once you figure out what it is you want, once you have yourself a certain direction that you're gonna go, now it's time for you to start walking that direction, moving towards that direction. Before you know it, you start to surround yourselves with people who are also going towards that similar way, who are also doing things that are closer to where they want to be. They're getting towards a goal for themselves, and they see what you're doing and how you're going to get there is a benefit to them, to help them. And they're also bringing skills that you wouldn't have otherwise thought of, and now they're adding new elements and new perspectives to your path, and now you both can basically go together. You can rise together, and along the way you meet more people, you build more partnerships. Let me tell you something. When I started my second company, Oxford Finance Group, all right, we were a debt management, credit management company, and we swize-eye towards what we are now, which is pretty much marketing. But when we initially started, a lot of the work was done on my part. I had to go through hours of certification. I have to be certified in debt. I had to be certified in credit management. I had to be certified in all these different things in order to basically fulfill a lot of the works that I needed for my clients done. And over time, as my revenue started to begin to grow, and as I add more clients to the books, well, guess what? My clients started demanding more things of me because I have became that trusted piece for them on that side. Well, guess what? I'm only one person. I can't do all this work, and I want to expand as my business too as well. So what do? I hire contractors. I hired people who understood how to do the work that I couldn't do. Because if I decided to take on that task by myself, I wouldn't be going anywhere. I wouldn't be. It'd be difficult. So for those of you guys out there right now who think you're going to ride it out on your own, good luck. Good luck. Good freaking luck. You need people to succeed. You need the right people to succeed. You have to surround yourself with the right people who also have the same goal in mind as you in order for you to succeed. If you try to go through this by yourself, if you try to ride out on your own, you will either fail, which isn't a bad thing. Hopefully you learn your lesson from that. Or you would get there, but you will get there very, very slow. It wasn't until I started adding people towards the mix, adding people towards the group who were able to specialize in different areas and take control in different areas that I couldn't understand, and they had the same common goal as I did, which is to be successful. We were able to grow like that. So understand and monitor who you're around with, who you surround yourself with. Understand where you want to go and start asking yourself this question: do these people share the same goals and visions that I do? And if not, you have to be prepared to get rid of them. And it's going to sound crazy, I know, but you're not going to get anywhere until you cut off the bad link. You're always as weak as your weakest link. If you have someone out there playing ball with you and he's constantly dropping that, will you keep passing the ball to him? Probably not, right? He's going to bring the whole average of the team down. You know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. So you have to currently and consistently reassess who you're hanging out with. What are you doing? Are you guys going towards your common goal? And if you look around and that answer is yes for you, perfect. Then keep on running. But if you look around and you're seeing mixed energies here and there, and someone's trying to bring you down, or someone's hating on you, or you got to be able to spot that and cut that off. And the sooner you do that, the freaking faster you rise. And this doesn't just go for business. This can go for personal relationships too as well, friendships, things like that. I'm sure we've all had friends, a group of friends who all can vibe together, and then all of a sudden, as time goes on, certain people change into certain things. And before you know it, they take certain actions, or they make certain decisions that splits the group apart. I'm sure we've all experienced that at some point in time, you know? So it's all about reassessing who you are, who the people you're hanging out with. And another thing, you will attract people as long as who are like-minded as you. Think about it. Actually, majority of the people that I've had to help me and partners that I've helped me with my projects, literally, I didn't go seek them. I did not go seek them at all. Few of them I did, but like the vast majority of them that I currently work with today, I did not seek them. They found me. I was on my path. This is where I wanted to go. This is what I wanted to be. This is what I envisioned for myself. And I kept running down that path. All of a sudden, dude, help would come in unexpected places. Help would come from unexpected people. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. When I started my journey, the people who weren't there for me, believe it or not, some of my family members, friends, but usually those guys don't ride out with you. They do not ride out with you. You're pretty much alone. And no matter of fact, some of those people will doubt you as you're starting up. They will doubt you. I got doubted by my family members. I got doubted by some of my friends. I got doubted by them. But it was help from complete strangers that really helped me move to where I need to be, because they saw something in me that the other people that I were hanging out around with at the time didn't see. They saw something. And then they decided to help me get to the next level, and which in turn helped them. So it's one of those things that as long as you're on your path and you know exactly where you're going and what you want to do, keep following that path. Eventually, those people will be attracted to you. They will come to you. You are what you attract. You are what you attract 100%. So the biggest question you got to ask yourself now is, who are you? Who are you? What do you want to be? What do you see your life from now? You know? And once you get all that situated, man, you figure out how to use those people. Say, okay, this person knows how to market. Go ahead and do this. This person knows how to freaking sell he can sell an oven to an ice cube. You go ahead and be client facing then. This guy knows how to run numbers. He knows how to run numbers really well. You stick with the accounting and finance. You see what I mean? You put people in certain areas. And then together, they build and work towards a common goal. And that's pretty much it. So learn to use people who have better skills than you do to be successful. And that's the quickest way you can get it. You know, people talk about Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Let me tell you something. Thomas Edison, yeah, he was smart, but he wasn't no genius. He wasn't no Nikola Tesla. He wasn't any of that. In fact, Thomas Edison was an entrepreneur. This guy knew how to freaking market, and this guy pretty much knew how to run a business. What he did was he found people who knew how to invent things, who knew how to build things that he couldn't possibly do. Yeah, he was smart, he can do things, but he found people that can do things better than him. He hired those people to invent for him, to work for him. And then he came out with all these things. And that's why history remembers him versus those other guys. We don't know who those other guys that invented the light bulb. I don't even think he invented the light bulb. Everyone thinks that he did, but I don't think he did. So who did? You know, you don't remember those guys, because he knew how to use those people to his advantage, to the point that he is remembered throughout history book for some things that he didn't even do. So that's what you got to start doing. Understand, how to use the people around you, use the skills, surround yourself with people who are smarter than you are, and you will always get further. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much.